Good morning, sports fans. Sports and coffee. I've got the small version 2.5 coil bound Big Country Time Sports playing baseball over the last few days. So I thought I would bring everyone up to date. So the first 4 weeks comprised, or the first 3 weeks comprised a 9-game road trip for my Montrose Mustangs, culminating in a week 3 pair of trades. So in the first week on the road at Central City, 0-3, having lost all 3 on the road, 2-5, 6-8, and 4-5. And then we traveled over to Bayside, and we lose 2-6, 3-4, and 5-8. We are 0-6. And then our final weekend road trip before we will the trade deadline, before we host our first home games. Fort Jefferson beat us 3-4, 4-9, and 5-7, and we are 0-9. That prompted a must-trade, 2 must-trade scenarios. So we made a trade with Springfield, trading our very best player. We had a shortstop with a 3 rating. 4 is the highest, or 4 plus. A 3 rated shortstop, because we needed pitching. So we traded our 3 rated shortstop for their one of their pitching rotation, a 2 rated starting pitcher, and their shortstop. And of course we gave up one of our 0 rated starting pitchers. So basically my shortstop for their 3rd rotation pitcher, and then of course acquired their young shortstop. The second trade was with Grand Bay. Grand Bay, who's one of the better teams in the league, but they have no bench rating. We had the best bench rating you could have, so we traded our bench for another starting pitcher. So now at least we have 3 rated starting pitchers. And we're about to start our first of a 3-week homestand. We'll face Grand Bay in a series at home, Porter Bay in a series at home, and then Springfield. Before we will reverse those, we'll go on the road to play these 3, and then we'll have these 3 at home in the final stretch. So we should have a 36-game schedule. We're 0-9 right now. Trade deadline is come and gone, and we have had to realign our batting order. So again, we've acquired a young man named Erickson. He is now our leadoff hitter. So we lost 2 points in potential offense, but we gained a pitcher of a 2 rating. So my highest rated pitcher was 1, and then the rest were all 0s. So now at least we have Peters, who's a 2, and we have Brown, who's a 2, acquired when we traded our bench away. And we retained McDougal. So our pitching staff now is 2, 2, 1, and 0. We still have Jaredson at a 0. And then, of course, our bench, again, I'm talking about the rules as written version of Big Country Baseball Time. So all you need is your bench for extra innings and your bullpen. So our bullpen is still fantastic, 2 plus. But our starting pitching staff we had a 1, 0, 0, 0. So the 1 didn't help us a ton. But then we would hit this string of games where we had no pitching staff to help offset batters. I don't believe we're going to probably fare much better, but at least now we have some pitching. We did lose 2 points of potential offense, but we had no choice. So there it is. And our salary, for those who don't recall, when I originally rolled up the team, our salary was. Where's our original team? My original team must be here. My original team, when I rolled them up, damn, I've got all these games here, all these series. There it is. My original team rolled up was 14 before the trades. We are now at 11, so we've actually lost 3 points in total value. So it was a big deal losing that bench. Remember, only your ace pitcher counts against your money. So if I add up all my pitchers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half, which would be rounded up to 14. So if I added up all my pitchers, I would still be 14. However, as the rules state, you only have your main ace pitchers rated. he counts against your staff. The rest of your staff is 1 point less. So you would have your, let's say I had a 4 pitcher. My second pitcher would be a 3, my third pitcher a 2, my fourth pitcher would be a 1. But the only one that counts against your, and why is that? If you ask, why would you only count the 1 pitcher, the ace pitcher, against your grade, your salary? Because they're going to be worse than whoever your top guy is. So they're not actually, you know, if you had the highest rated pitcher in the game at 4, and even if I had another 4, that just, it would be the same. My team wouldn't change from game 1 to game 2, even with another pitcher in, if that makes sense. So long story short, anybody who gets a role can have value, and then of course your starting pitcher would be your best pitcher, and that would be the best your pitching staff could ever be anyway. So you're only going to get worse. So why count worse pitchers against your salary? So if that makes sense. So long story short, technically we have lost 3 points in all these trades, but I believe we're going to be a little more competitive because now I have two rated pitchers. So my pitching staff is gained 4 points, although I lost 3 points in my batting order. So long story short, that's done. So our next series is at home. Our first home stand, we're going to have 9 games at home, and then of course we'll flip them. I'll go 9 on the road again against these, and then I'll host these teams at the end, and that will wrap up the first season. But also, just so people know how I'm doing this, because I'm not playing every team in the league. So how do I do the standings? So I know at the end of the season whether I'm in the playoffs or which 2 teams would be playing for the title. So that's very simple. It's the win-loss record against my team, how many runs they score against me, how many runs I score against them, and that tells me who the top team in the league is. So all of it's going to be relative to how these teams in the league play me. So we're 0-9. We're the 7th place team in the league, having a 0-9 record, scoring only 34 runs, giving up 56 runs, and again, we are on the road. This is home away. We're 0-9. So there's 3 teams missing. Why? Because that's all relative to how they play us. Those 3 teams have yet to play us. But by the end of this homestand, 9-game homestand, I will have my total record. I'll also know how all the teams in the league have fared against me. So right now, if the playoffs started today, we would be dead last out of the playoffs. There is no playoff. It would be the championship. If right now the season ended, Fort Jefferson and Bayside would play for the league championship series because Fort Jefferson is +8 in run differential against me, and Bayside is +8 in run differential against me. Central City is +6 in run differential against me. And again, there's 3 teams we have yet to play to know. So by the end of the season, I will have 36 total games, and all the teams in the league will add up to the 36 against me. And again, it'll be very simple. If my team was doing well, I'm in the top 2 at the end of the season against my own competitors, then I would know that my team has made it into the championship. So this allows me to keep it all relative to how my team, so I don't have to play an entire league of baseball. I just need to know how teams in the league are faring against me. That'll tell me, obviously, Fort Jefferson with an 8-game. Bayside and Fort Jefferson are +8 against me. Fort Jefferson gets the top spot because they scored 20 against me. That's the highest. So basically I have a tiebreaker. It's going to be run differential, but outside of that, it'll be the team that scored the most against me. That's going to, obviously, I'm hoping that'll change. So the next 3 teams may not score as many runs against me because we've improved our pitching staff, but run differential could change if we don't score as many runs. So anyway, pretty cool. We have scored 34 runs on the year. We've given up 56. We're 0-9 so far. And again, we finally get some home play here. Again, there's no home field advantage other than if you're leading at the top of the 9th or at the bottom of the 9th, you win, right? So it just means I don't have to, you can get that victory half an inning sooner, of course. What else? So oh yeah, right. And because I did trades, I had to rewrite my roster from the original. But also, I had to write down all the other 6 after the trades. Because all these teams are in the book. My 1948 season is in the book. So I had to rewrite all the teams with their new batting lineup and their trades. So some teams had no trades. Smith acquired my pitcher and bullpen. This is Grand Bay. That's the team I play next. They are worth 18. We are worth 11. So again, I don't expect I'm going to win a game this year. It's baseball, so I got my fingers crossed we're going to find a way to win something. But it's conceivable we might go 0-36. I doubt it, but we might. Porter Bay, who we did not trade with, but I needed to bring up. I needed to get all these teams where I could readily adjust them in the off season. Salary of 18. Porter Bay's an 18. Springfield sharecroppers. These guys improved quite a bit as we traded our superstar shortstop to them for their second pitcher in their rotation. But their salary is 19. Despite trading away their their two pitcher didn't count against their salary, but they do improve by 2 points. So this is the highest rated team in the league now. So by trading our shortstop to sharecroppers might end up being the team to beat in the league. So we may have just made Springfield the best team in baseball. They have a 1+, 2, 3, 4+ lineup. So their first 1, 2, 3, 4 innings, 5 innings all have a rating. And then their catcher, of course, at the bottom of the 8th inning. Anyway, so we'll see if that trade hurts or helps the sharecroppers. Fort Jefferson, this is a team we did not trade with. This is the team that I was the manager of, and I went ahead and decided to make Montrose 2 fictional manager owners. So Montrose is my team, but the manager is Goodlow, the owner's Hart, and I left this intact from the book. So I'm the manager of the Yellow Jackets with Jeff, a pitcher. All my childhood friends growing up, all of us who grew up together for some of these friends for 30 years. And of course, Dooley Simpson is the owner here, and that's from the book. Again, we did not trade with Fort Jefferson. Bayside Pirates, we didn't trade with Bayside. They're a 16 salary. The Central City Bombers, they're a 15 salary. We did not make a trade with them, but I did change their batting lineup. So some of these also, when I transcribed them over from the book, I also adjusted their batting lineups. And there you have it, folks. There's the cover sheet. When this season is done, this will get a hole in it, and I will zip tie it, and this will go into my records for season 1948 of my league. So that's kind of where I'm at. Over the last couple of days, I got all this done. I was able to get the 9-game road trip. So now I start a 9-game homestand, and it will feature Grand Bay. And just so you know, Grand Bay, our starting pitcher for this series will be Peters, newly acquired from Springfield. So my guy's a 2 pitcher. Their guy, Barrett, is a 4. So that's going to be huge, right? In game 2, it'll be Simmons for them. He's a 3. Damn it. And my second best guy, Brown, acquired from Grand Bay, is a 2. And in the third game, it'll be their guy who's a 1 and my guy who's a 1. So now my pitching at least is going to make up for some of the hitters. So I'm hoping my pitching starts to bring down those runs against us, and maybe we can win a few games in the second, or I should say in the final third, 2/3 of the season. Again, we have 36 games to play. 9 are away, so 9 are gone. So we have 27 games left to play. So 2/3 of the season left to go. So who knows? We might manage to even out some things. And unfortunately, we won't see Fort Jefferson, Bayside, and Central City till the last 3 weeks of the season, in which we might be able to even up those records a little bit with them. Again, they all are 3-0 because they got us with no pitching. So it'll be fascinating in the final 3 weeks of the season to see how we fare against the guys who clubbed us 56 runs to 34. It'll be fascinating to see. So very simple. My trade rules are very simple. You trade points for points. So very, very simple. If I want to trade, so I want to trade 2 points to a team, I can only get 2 points of value, right, for a team. So when I traded away my 3 shortstop, that allowed me to get a 2-point pitcher and their shortstop, who was a 1, right? So pretty simple. So I could take a deficit. I could have traded away my 3 for just that pitcher, but then they would have had, I would have had no shortstop, and Erickson would have been literally floating around. So obviously Erickson, I have to be trading to get Erickson over. So you cannot make trades unless it's an even deal, or you could take a deficit, right? If it was a pitcher, for instance, that kind of thing. So as long as I had an even number of points between the teams, they were fair deals. And of course, I had to not decimate a team by doing so. And ironically, Grand Bay got better by a point, and more importantly, Springfield got better by 2 points, I think. So I may have actually created two monsters, ironically. So there you have it. It's going to be fascinating to see how the remainder of the season goes. Well, we can go ahead and play a game here. Game 1 of Grand Bay, inning 1. So we're going to have inning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and maybe extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and extra. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I can also fit the game, all the games on one sheet. So this is that weekend's. This will be the weekend series. Game 1 of 3, or I should say all games, all 3 games. Games 1 through 3. Grand Bay series. We're at home. All right, so Grand Bay. Let's take a look at Grand Bay. We're at home. All right, so our pitcher's a 2. Grand Bay's leadoff pitcher is a 2+. Our leadoff batter is a 2+, so that's a 0. The plus does not count on the pitcher batting tables, right? It counts if a plus comes up. So that's where that he gets that extra plus will come up if he rolls a plus. You don't get to make him a 3. So 2 versus 2, 0. Let's see how Dennison, their third baseman, starts him off. 3 on 0 is a plus, so he could score. And indeed he does. He scores a 2-run inning. Dang it. All right, we're up against a 4 pitcher. Our batter is Erickson, our brand new young shortstop from Grand Bay. It's going to be a -3 and nothing for us in the first inning. Inning 2 is Markwell for them at 2 versus our starting pitcher 2, so 0 again. So we're looking pretty good there. All right, and our second man is 2 versus 4, so -2. We need a 5 or a 6. Nope, still no score for us. It's 2-0 top of the third. They have O'Leary -1, and they're going to score a run even with a -1 at bat. O'Leary. Our third man is Colton at 2, so at -2 we need a 5 or a 6. No, dang it, it's 3-0 top of the fourth. Gustafsson for them -1. Damn, and Gustafsson's going to score. Our fifth man is Rothberg, -3. Yes, Rothberg. Oh no, he's not a plus. Damn it, 0 is 6. You got to be a plus batter on a -3 or -4 to get anything on a great pitcher. A 4, an ace pitcher, is going to be tough to score on unless you got batters that equal them. Damn it, it is 4-0. So again, trading away my shortstop might well have quashed my ability to score runs. Wait a second, that was the 4th inning? Yeah, Rothberg. Okay, 5th inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be Poole for them, -1. And Poole will score nothing. For us now, it's -4 the rest of the way. We technically can't score, so I know for a fact we cannot score against this ace pitcher Barrett because we don't have any plus players. So I know we're not going to score, but I got to wrap them up. Anderson scores. Damn it. Turner for them. No score, and Hill for them. -1. Hill will not score. And their starting pitcher for them, 4. Oh, damn. 4 -3. Excuse me, +3. 2+. He's not a plus, but he's going to score 2 to help his own game. And we, again, our pitcher is a 2. So at -2, maybe our pitcher will get something. He does not. And folks, we're going to lose this game. Final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to nothing. So, well, our pitching did not show an improvement. And against an ace pitcher, Barrett, a 4, he absolutely throws a shutout. So Barrett gets a shutout. Barrett with a shutout, complete game. Damn. I would assume maybe there were some hits in there. I don't know, but that's Great. So our hometown fans are going, okay, we're 0-9, and then we come out and lay a 7-0 goose egg. Shit. And they've still got a three pitcher in Simmons for game 2. Damn. Well, let's go ahead and play game 2. Damn it. All right, so we have another 2 pitcher. So 0 plus 6. He's going to get 1 with a chance to score extra runs. He will. So 2. Once again, Dennison has scored 4 runs for this team in 2 games. Dennison is a stud. For us, it is a 1 versus 3, so -2, no score. I think we're going to get shut out. Markwell, 0. He's going to score 1. And we are going to score 2 versus 3, -1, 4. We're going to score 0. No, he's not a plus hitter, Swanson. O'Leary, -1, 4, -1. He's going to score nothing. 3rd inning for us. Calhoun is going to 5 on -1. We're going to get a run. Hallelujah, we weren't shut out in this game. Gustafsson, -1, will not score. For us, it's going to be Rothberg, -2. Yes, Rothberg's going to score 1 plus. He isn't a plus. But, folks, it's 3-2, top of the 5th. Pool for them on -1, nothing. Martin for us on -3, can't score. 6 Anderson for them on -1, will not score. Our 6th man, Whitlock, can't score. So none of our guys can score again until the starting pitcher. Their 7th man, 4 on -2, no score. And their final guy, Hill, 2-0. Damn. So their starting pitcher, top of the 9th, their starting pitcher is a -1. And 4 on -1, he will not score. And here's our chance to get something. 2 versus 3, -1 for us. And 2, we will not score. And that's going to wrap that game up. We're going to lose this one 3-2. That's what I anticipated. Whew, that's better. First game, their ace pitcher quashed us, 7-0. He throws a complete game no-hitter. Shutout. Our second game, though, we managed to make it interesting, 3-2. And then our third game here, let's go. It's 1 versus 1. So their Horn is a 1 pitcher. Ours is a 1. Let's finish up this series against Grand Bay. Again, Grand Bay has an 18 power rating to our 11. They should beat us based on power rating. So he's a 2 versus our 1. So he's going to be a +1. 5, he's going to score a run. Damn. We're going to be at 0 for our first at bat. We're not going to score. Inning 2, Markwell, +1 is going to score. +1 is going to have a plus. Nope, no chance. Swanson for us at +1 is going to get, yes, he is going to score. So it's 1-1. We might win a game. Damn it. O'Leary at 0. O'Leary's going to score a run for them. We got a +1. And no, shoot, that was our best chance for Gustafsson at 0. 5, he's going to score. It's 3-1. Bottom of the 4th. This is Rothberg for us. Nothing. Dang it. 5. Pool for them. -0 on the floor. Oh, God. Come here. Oh, no. They're going to score another run. Man, we cannot get anything going. Martin for us at -1 will score. Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anderson for them. No score. And we're at 0, so -1. No score. Come on, guys. Turner, nothing. 7th for us is Wimser. No, dang it. 8th is for them is their catcher, Hill. At 0, he's going to score another run. Our 8th man is Thompson at -1. Yes, we are going to get a run. Starting pitcher, 0 for them, is going to score a run. You got to be kidding me. And 0 from us is no run. Damn it. And we're going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1, 2, 3. 6-3, about the same. So, although I made those trades, the results look about the same. However, remember, we were giving up, 56, we were giving up 6 runs a game on average. here, we've given up 16. So what is that? 5 runs a game? 5 point something. So ironically, we have cut down the runs per game by about a run. I think we were giving up 5.7. Here we're giving up like 5.3. So we're cut down to about a half a run a game. Damn it. And unfortunately, though, our scoring, we've been shut out. We scored 2. We've scored 3. Our scoring's down probably a half a run as well. So we improved our pitching staff, all told, which makes the games more interesting. Unfortunately, we have this glut now, we don't have our big +3 shortstop, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Plus, there'll be a game where Jarrettson, our pitcher, bats. There'll be a 5-0. So the back half of our lineup is atrocious. So we have to hope our front 5 score runs, and we have to hope our pitching staff finds a way to hold down teams early. And I'm not holding out hope. Folks, that's not good. Let's go ahead and update our standings. So we lost again. We're 0-12. This one we lost 0-7, 0-10. And our starting pitcher here was Peters, losing pitcher. We lost again 2-3. That was at least a better game. 0-11, and that pitcher was Brown. Both of those pitchers have been acquired in the trade deadline. And then we lose again 6-3, 0-12. And that starting pitcher was McDougal, who's not had a good year for us. And that's up to snuff. Now let's go ahead and update our standings. So we now know that Grand Bay will be, well, they may not be number 4, but we're going to write them in here. They're 3-0 against us. Runs 4 for them, 16. Runs against 5. Holy cow. Yeah, so we scored double digits against everybody else. Grand Bay's ace completely thumped us. So they scored less runs against our staff, 16, but they held us down by 7 on average, 6 runs in that series, 2 runs a game. So getting rid of that shortstop, ironically, has affected us. And again, this time we were at home. These guys were away. So they're going to be 3-0 at home, right? Whoops. Yeah, this would be away, sorry. And they went 3-0 away. We are 0-3 away. So, whoops. So we're 0-12. So things, I don't know. I can't argue we got better. I mean, seeing that goose egg, man. 7-0, 3-2, gave us hope. 6-3. All told, that would be 9-5. That's probably better than we've been doing. So it's hard to knock that it's hard to say we did not improve some, right? So Grand Bay is done. We're going to put those here now. And Grand Bay goes to the bottom of the list because next up's Porter Bay. And Porter Bay is an 18 ranked team as well to our 11. So I have a feeling. Here's the good thing about Porter Bay. Their pitching staff, their ace is a 2, which means their second pitcher is automatically a 1. Their third pitcher is a +0+, and their fourth pitcher a 0. So they do have, this is a pitching staff that is a little even, is a little better for us. And they're batting, though, a 1+, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 1+, and a 1, and a 2. They have a 2 catcher batting 8th. So this team is probably going to find a way to get 1 or 2 more runs than us, as usual. And then last but not least, we'll see Springfield, who's by far the most dangerous batting lineup in the league. Now that we've traded him Randall, and he bats 3rd for them in the lineup, and their cleanup man is Carter, who is the highest rated player in the game, a 4+. Hall of Fame first baseman is Carter. So I have a feeling we're going to be 0-18 by midseason. And I don't know how we're going to be able to improve our team in the offseason. We've made the trades we can afford to make right now. Unless those offseason charts do something to hurt other teams and something to help us. Because remember, the other teams go through that chart too, so they could actually get worse. So that's how you may not always get better, but the people around you get worse, and that might bode well. But our first year, and we are an expansion team, so 0 and 12. I mean, I don't want to say expansion teams fare worse in most sports, but they do. They're generally not ready. They don't have enough talent. But 0 and 12, dude, we got to win something. So anyway, that is big country baseball time. That's the small clubhouse. Again, the rules in baseball have never changed on all three versions, but it fits on the table better here. And back to it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.